Nya-Etok. Ezekiel joins us as a political analyst, and he also likes to be addressed as a senior citizen. Let's start from there. What's this senior citizenship title?
On my card, at the back, there's a logo, and that logo reads Office of the Citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is one of the most vital segments that is missing in Nigeria. We need to come to a point where we own Nigeria, where we take responsibility, where we see ourselves as having a vital role to play. It's so serious that I actually appointed myself as an investment ambassador to Akwa Ibom State. I took up that responsibility because I am a citizen of that state, a citizen of Nigeria. I own Nigeria. And you cannot tell me that the senior citizens in Nigeria are the elderly people who are expired, while we, the active people, are junior citizens. We have to redefine who a senior citizen is, not the old people.
We'll try to understand what your definition is about. Actually, I thought you were going to put that with your golden hair.
Now, some people will not be very happy with the comment about, elderly people being expired. I mean, they've paid their dues.
That's the wrong word.
Yes, they paid their dues.
They're not expired.
Yes.
They should be rested.
Okay.
Let's look at
retired.
Let's look at what's going on now. We just had an election elections in Kogi and Bayelsa State, and just almost what we saw in Kogi State, that was declared inconclusive, and now they have a governor-elect. Bayelsa is still very much in the news, and for so many close watchers like yourself following the trend in that particular election and also in Kogi State, what will be the reading as we move towards other elections? Don't forget we have an election coming up next year. That's for Edo State. Yeah. And after that, a lot of people will be looking towards 2019. Yeah. But for that election in Bayelsa State and looking at the politicians and the electoral umpire, what comes to mind when we talk about the evolution of our democracy?
I've been here on several occasions, very many occasions. But I think this program is going to be probably different from any other one I've attended before now. And before I say that, let me say that I must express the highest level of gratitude to the management of channels, because you are not aware, not that you are not aware, you may not know the extent to which you are helping Nigeria by carrying on the conversations in this place, getting people to see, to talk, getting people to understand, getting people to see different things. Channels has single-handedly, with one or two other stations, redefined the Nigerian system. And every morning, people tune in to hear what is going on. So I want to thank you for that. Secondly,
thank you very much.
I have followed events for a long time in this country. I'm extremely passionate about Nigeria. We do a lot of running of commentaries. Things keep happening, we run commentaries. Things happen, we run commentaries. Like the lady that just left, the time has come when we must say enough is enough and sit down and face certain realities and stop running commentaries. We are all aware of what's happened in Kogi State. But how many of us are willing to sit down and face it? The first thing is that there was election. Question number one, who do you vote for? Party or individuals? All of us know that we vote for individuals. For instance, if I sit here and say, next ballot, let's take parties. When you vote and PDP or APC has won, then they can now go back and assign portfolios by way of choosing who they will want to have as governors. The whole country will say, no way. We need to know who wants to be our governor before we vote. So we vote for individuals. We don't vote for parties. That's the reality. Secondly, we have about 240,000 people voting for Slimane. At the end of the day, it so happens that Slimane doesn't want to take the position for one reason or the other. And we say, okay, Chamberlain, take up that position. if government, if democracy is the choice of the people, the question is who chose Sulaiman? 6,000 people or 240,000 people? So the other route, escape route, is we've come to a point where the line has been drawn. The winner has emerged. And then Sulaiman doesn't want it again for whatever reason. The law already says, let the other person take over. So where we have not reached that point, I think to a great extent, morality should reign over interest. So I had a very strong opinion in the issue of Kogi State. And my opinion was, since we had 240,000 people voting for A or B, and A is no longer, unfortunately, the people should be allowed to choose another A or B.
I mean, that would have meant a rerun of the election.
I want to ask you a simple question. What if we go, you've had a supplementary, what if you go and the Supreme Court nullifies it? What do? You come back. The money you spent on the supplementary would have been wasted. You come back to still have that rerun.
And what if the Supreme Court doesn't nullify it?
It's a chance that we're willing to take, but the question is, which chance makes more sense to us as a people?
You know, you've based it greatly on, I mean, your conclusions greatly on what you think should be.
Definitely.
Not what is or what has been.
No,
I mean, you have said that
we all agreed that there was
just
no...
a moment. No,
okay.
You have agreed, or you say that we vote for individuals.
Yes.
The Supreme Court has ruled on that.
No.
Just a moment. Let me at least base my premise, then you can,
Amechi.
discountenance it. The Supreme Court has said we vote for parties. They have explained that it's one of the reasons why you don't just have individual candidates. I mean, you can't just run. You don't have independent candidates. You must run on the platform of a party. It's the reason why candidates are not put on the ballot paper. It is the parties that are thumbprinted for. And eventually, when the results are announced, it is the party's results, as it were, that are announced. So this is neither here nor there. You can say that, yes, individuals have a great influence on, for undecided voters, where exactly they might decide to pitch their tent. But they're people who are party supporters, they're party loyalists. They go with the party regardless of the candidate that is put there. So how do you then say that we vote for individuals and that is a fact?
I want to bring out two things. Number one, I believe, that APC, PDP combined will tell you that their membership strength is less than 20, 30 million. But voters registered is getting to 90 million or above. What does that tell us? It tells us that...
Registered. But
yes.
Now we know that we're also dealing with people who have picked up their permanent voter cards.
You have to be registered before you can pick up permanent voter card. Picking up a permanent voter card is an administrative issue, which you cannot blame the people for. What I'm trying to bring out is that between the parties and Nigeria, you must draw lines. Because over 50% of voters don't belong to parties, are not registered members of parties. That's a fact. Secondly, let us propose here that we have no individuals on the ballot. When we finish voting for a party, then the party can go in-house because it was their vote and choose whoever they wish. Trust me, 99.9% of Nigerians will say rubbish. What does that mean in simple common sense? It means that 99.9% of Nigerians vote for individuals. The court had a way of saying, look, since there are no independent candidates, you must be sponsored. Your father sponsored you to school. When you get your certificate, the name on the certificate is not your father. It is you. The person that took the exam is not your father. It is you. Because though the man sponsored you, the examination recognized you. That's just a simple truth. But let's not go into...
So are you saying then that the Supreme Court erred?
Yes, I think effectively, if I'm a bloody architect, I would accept that. Effectively, they even said that judgment should not be quoted. And after that judgment, The House came back and redefined that.